Ladies and gentlemen, the day has arrived. It is opening day for the MLB, live from Netflix. Yankees versus Giants going down tonight. Full slate of action in the MLB going down tomorrow. Free agency frenzy in the NFL has dissipated slightly, but the conversations are still going on because they're leading into NFL draft season, which goes down next month, April 23rd, live and in living color. So the implications for the signings now are going to be
astronomical
moving forward. And the podcast team is back in the saddle to break it all down here live from Casa de Money at the On the Money Sports Lounge. Mega powers of podcasting, bringing you all the action, everything that you need to know in another wild, wacky week in the sports world. MLB predictions and all that good stuff and more going down tonight. Oh, money.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am back. Florida thought they could keep me.
That's right. And you have been set free.
I am set free.
I was a hostage in Florida once.
I am a hostage. And I broke out.
You finally made it back home.
1,000 flights canceled.
To the real America.
And they tried to keep me.
Yeah.
No. I found my way back.
The free Oscar money hashtags worked. We were able to bring him back to the real United States where he belongs.
I'm just missing Hulk Hogan's helmet with the fist, the war bonnet.
You have that shit somewhere here, don't you?
No, I have the figure.
You don't have the helmet?
I have the figure.
Oh, I'm thinking about the Steelers one.
You think about the Steelers?
The Steelers. Yeah, the Steelers. Happy birthday, John, that you pulled out for Derrick Henry. Sorry.
Screw the Ravens. And screw the Blue Ravens.
Oh,
screw them all.
No. We've got a live watch along going down right now for the Yankees versus Giants. Opening night in the MLB. Check in. Shout out to Sandlot Baseball Association.
Great draft this past Sunday, boys.
Sunday, we had our third annual draft. We hung out at B-Dubs. If you were to tell me that we were going to be able to get through 28 rounds in 2 hours, I would tell you, damn, what were you guys speed drafting? But that was efficient. Everybody has their squads.
Shout out to the waitress, too. She was good.
Yeah, we were chilling, man. We were chilling. That is feeling like the spot. We have been there multiple times.
1 month's time.
Oh, and then we're going back for the NFL draft, too. We're going to be hanging out there. But it feels like we are very far removed.
On the Money Sports Meetup. Millville Buffalo Wild Wings draft night. We're going to remind everyone every single week for the next month because it's going to happen April 23rd, I believe. Is that Thursday?
It's my birthday. Oh, hanging out.
Let's hope so. Everything turns good for the Titans.
Hanging out.
Anyway, back to the point. We're going to have the annual On the Money Sports Buffalo Wild Wings meetup. You're a part of the forum, or if you just joined the forum, or if this is your first time tuning in to watch us, you are more than welcome to join up the boys at Buffalo Wild Wings for the On the Money Sports meetup to watch the draft with everyone, where we get to watch everyone. We get to see how happy everybody is, how happy, sad, or how sad, or how angry, or how two of the same fan base can.
It is stewing. It's always an event. It's always a spectacle. There's always something that happens on draft night that makes you say, what the F is going on? What were we thinking? What are we going to do? We've been talking about this draft class. We've been talking about this group. The fact that the 2026 draft class seems a little bit, there's a lot to be desired still when it comes to the 2026 draft class. There's a lot of unknown when it comes to this class. And part of that is, like, we're looking at this draft class because we do fantasy, we do dynasty. So we're trying to figure out who is going to be potentially good for us from a fantasy perspective. But the 2026 draft class, what people are kind of not understanding is there are so many defensive studs in this draft class that you're going to be able to build your defense for the next 5 years around. That
if you know how to draft.
This is not necessarily the draft where you're going to be able to find – so, like, remember Roma Dunze was going in, like, the second round of the draft?
What up, Chris?
What's going on, Chris? Checking in. Pardon me. We've seen some wild shit on draft night for sure. I watched my wide receiver get drafted on draft night, so you really never know what is going to happen, and you can't bar that. from happening again potentially. There's a good chance that it could happen.
There's
a
huge chance a lot of that stuff can take place.
It's crazy how we sit here and we talk and we say to ourselves, "Oh, this week maybe we give NFL a break. This week maybe we have more to talk about than NFL." But the NFL just finds its way back into the conversation with some of the news and the reports that are coming out from this point up until the draft itself. This is mock draft season galore. A lot of mocks got your boy Love going to an assortment of teams, man.
We don't know what we're getting with that guy yet. I keep hearing the word generational talent, not just by current players, meaning current friends, but also the media too. And I'm looking at his stats in college. Bro, it's nothing to go crazy about. While I was hostage in Fort Myers last week, although shout out to the Muniz family in Fort Myers. After our planes were canceled, they did everything for us. They hooked us up. They took care of us.
What up?
Thank you for everything you guys did. And I love spending so much time with every one of you, especially my crazy cousin Pam. It was a great trip. It was great to see Grandma 95. God bless her.
Gotta have that family time, bro.
But while I was there, I had nothing better to do once my flight got canceled because, you budget yourself for so many days. You don't want to touch your other money because you're trying to, you have bills coming up there. So guess what I was doing?
Back home, man.
I was on my iPad going through mock drafts for Dynasty, going through reports, and I'm looking at Love's stat. I'm not saying Love's not going to be a good football player. I want to get that out in the open right now. Jeremiah Love is going to be a good running back in the NFL. But we're making it seem like he's Bijan. We're making it seem like he's Genty. I mean, we can even talk about how Genty, who's unbelievable in college with all those yards and stats.
Happy opening day, Magoo. We're back.
And he didn't really produce all but, 4 or 5 games last year? I believe a lot of it has to do with situation. So
I like Genty a lot more this year.
I do. I think the Raiders are built a little bit better this year.
And I think we are pro Raiders on this podcast.
But I'm looking at all these running backs the last couple of years. Then I look at him and it's like, bro, I'm a Notre Dame fan. Notre Dame picks and chooses who they play. It's not like the SEC where they got to play each other and they're all the good teams and they're playing each other. Notre Dame picks and chooses who they want. That's why Notre Dame gets blasted in the playoffs every single year they get there.
They're in over their heads. In over their skis.
Because they play this light schedule during the year. Again, I'm not saying Love is not going to be a good football player. What I am saying is I don't see how any of those top 10 teams, hell, I can make it our top 15 should be picking him. Quite honestly. The number 1 pick we know is Fernando Mendoza. Number 2 is who?
Well, he's not making it past the top 8, Oscar. You know that, right? Jeremiah Love is not making it past the top 8. So he's going.
Now, as a dynasty football player in your fantasy, you got to hope after the top 8, he goes somewhere that's got a line.
Right. And less mouths to feed because a lot of the destinations where he's been pinpointed so far, there are already running backs.
Okay, he's talking to the Rams today. Kyren Williams averages 1,200 rushing yards for the last 3 seasons, has a contract extension, and whoops, he's only 26 years old. Well, he's going to turn 26 this year. He's 25 currently. He's not losing touches to Jeremiah. I'm sorry. He's just not.
He's losing touches to Blake Corum.
Maybe Blake Corum
right now
gets traded.
That's about it. I don't even know if they would do that.
But exactly. Wouldn't you think the Rams are thinking wide receiver because Devontae Adams ain't getting any younger, and now you got Puka Nacua who's going AB on us.
Yeah, that has me worried as far as that's one of those things where
the Jets aren't picking him. Chris, the Jets ain't picking him. The Titans ain't picking him.
Who?
I don't think the Titans should pick him.
Who, Love? We might. He's not my first choice, but I kind of feel like how Alexi feels, where it's like I'd rather us go defense because I know Ruben Bain's going to be there. But if we go Love, I wouldn't be upset at that. If we go Love, well, I trust that my organization is going to know what to do with the running back because usually we do. He's just not my first choice. And all the other scenarios as far as Jeremiah Love and his future in the NFL depend on us basically passing up on him. Unless the Arizona Cardinals before us decide to say, you know what, let's just screw the board up. We just signed Tyler Algier, but who cares? And same thought process with Washington. Like, we just signed Rachaad White, but who cares? Let's go get ourselves another running back. And let's just muddy up this situation. And if you are a dynasty owner or a fantasy football player in dynasty, you would hope that you end up, if you have the 101, you've got Jeremiah Love going to a place where there are less people to contend with. You don't want him to go somewhere where there's already 2 to 3 running backs that you already know those 2 to 3 running backs aren't going anywhere. They're going to get their burn. And now here you are, week 1 on Sunday with Jeremiah Love in your starting lineup, but Rachaad White is toting the ball, or Tyrone Tracy is getting 15 to 16 carries week 1, and your beloved 101 is just sitting there collecting dust
doing
in your
nothing
starting
for you.
lineup, doing nothing for you in your fantasy matchup.
Yeah, unless they trade a Tyrone Tracy, because they're not going to trade Cam.
We don't know. We don't know what they're.
We don't know what's going to happen.
All we know is the fact is that the New York Giants have been super aggressive trying to get a running back. They were super aggressive trying to get themselves Kenneth Walker. They were aggressive with Etienne, none of Etienne, however you spell his name now, because apparently his name's spelled differently. But the fact of the matter is they've been aggressive looking for another running back at that position with Tracy there, with Scadaboo there, who's healing, which leads me to believe that they're basically telling you without telling you how they feel about the people that are there at the moment. They are, in fact, expendable. Yankees already pissing me off. Yeah, I mean, Dev just dropped a little blooper in there. Can't do nothing about that. The sun is still shining out in San Francisco. They're not opening up in the Bronx. They're in San Fran tonight.
It's only 5:40 out there.
Yep. Reason the Jets, that makes sense. Just reading the comments here. So I'll get up to speed on what's going on. But nonetheless, we don't know, man. There's a lot of unknowns. A lot of mock drafts have the top 2 wide receivers in this draft class going before Jeremiah Love, which tells you a lot about,
sense.
You know what I mean? It makes sense for the teams that are up there, and also tells you a lot about what the narrative around Jeremiah Love is and how many teams league-wide actually believe in it. If you see him going, if you see Jeremiah Love going in that top 5, then you already know one of those teams bought into the narrative that he is that next guy, the next big thing. The comparisons to Jahmyr Gibbs are enough to sell him to that organization because they feel like he can be the Swiss Army knife that they've been looking for. Because that's the comparison that I've been hearing more than anybody else is Jahmyr Gibbs, as far as what he could do out of the backfield, pass catching work, yada, 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 this, that, and the third. But like you said, take into account who he's playing for now, the school that he comes from, how they use him, and how that's going to be able to help him transition into the NFL, not to mention going into a running back room where it's already filled. You're not the guy. You're not going to be the guy with a lot of these spots.
Or if he is the guy, he's not going to get the 20 touches a game automatically.
His path to 20 touches, there's no other besides Tennessee. Tennessee is probably the only spot where it's like we say goodbye to Tony Pollard, and then we run it with Jeremiah Love and Tajay Spears as our 1-2 punch at the running back position. Tajay continues to keep his, regardless of Love getting drafted or not, Tajay keeps his role as the third and long pass catching running back in that offense should anything happen to whoever the one is going to be.
Yeah. I get it.
We're 30 minutes into the season, and my whip is taking a hit already. Yes, the Sandlot Baseball Association is back. Let me guess, you started Max Fried, and we had a little bit of a jam up in the first inning, but we got ourselves out of it as the score is 0-0. Anybody who took the no-run first inning bet, congrats, you just cashed on that prop. I thought about taking it, but I didn't. What I did take was the under 7 runs in this baseball game, along with a few dinger props. It felt so good today to be like that. My algorithm on YouTube pushing up all the MLB prop videos, getting myself ready for tomorrow. A 14 game slate of
You know what's
MLB
also
action
nice to see on the
starting at
algorithm?
1.
Us.
On the algorithm with our shorts, with our reels. I'm curious to see what the reels pick tonight, which is why I kind of wanted to branch out and talk about a little bit of everything because everything's going on. We have opening day, road to WrestleMania, NFL draft,
Joe, smash them!
And this past
Get a moose!
This past week we lost a real one, man. RIP Chuck Norris. We did lose a real one this past week. What's going on, Julio?
Chuck Norris was brilliant martial artist. 4 different styles, created his own style. A lot of people's introduction to him was when he fought Bruce Lee in the one movie.
That was the introduction.
He was really good friends with him, and that's what Bruce did as a favor to get him in. And I remember like Delta Force and all that as a kid, like those coming on. A lot of the newer generation knows him as Walker. I was telling you, remember Sidekicks? The way he kicked Joe Piscopo with the flying kick. And Piscopo is going around, he's like, ah!
I know Chuck Norris from the Walker, Texas Rangers show that would air at like 9 or 9:30 p.m. Sometimes it would air like right after Monday Night Raw. So, you're like the TV's on whatever channel you like, whatever your last show was. And like, you kind of just see Walker, Texas Ranger on there.
Which is crazy. If you were, as a kid, the evolution of the show after Raw. Like when I was a kid, it was Silk Stockings. When Raw ended, like if you fell asleep in like that mid and then you woke up to turn TV off, Silk Stockings was on.
Femme Nikita.
That was another one.
That was another one.
MASH.
Walker, Texas Ranger was my show.
Thumbs up against Ben's. Yeah, he was like,
he was.
Thank you, Chuck Norris. Bro. No, thank you, Peter.
He was in dodgeball. Shit, my memories come from watching Walker, Texas Rangers, shit like that. And then, of course,
dude, I still remember like him and Louis Gossett. They had like 3 sequels, I think.
When he had to come in, I'm talking about the 1994 Survivor Series. He had to step in and he had to monitor the casket match rematch between the Undertaker and Yokozuna to make sure that Yokozuna's boys didn't try to come out there and interfere in anything that was going down in the casket match between Yoko and Undertaker. And he delivered.
Gorilla Monsoon was one of the announcers for that pay-per-view, right?
It was Gorilla Monsoon and Stanton with a blue. It was a Gorilla Monsoon.
It wasn't King, was it?
King. It might have been Gorilla Monsoon and King.
Delta Force was amazing, Magoo.
It might have been Gorilla Monsoon and King that was doing that one. I remember that was one of the times where they actually went with most of the Survivor Series was Survivor Series style matches.
The shit out of Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah, and Jarrett knew how to take a bump, bro. So his credit.
Jarrett said he laid it in, but he didn't hurt him.
Jarrett knew how to take a bump.
I was watching the clip of that because Conrad posted on Twitter after the passing, and Jeff's like, "Listen, he hit me." He goes, however, he didn't hurt me. Like, he was such a professional. He had so much respect for what we did, and he was just as entertained.
In honor of good old Chuck Norris, feel free the entirety of the podcast.
Yo, what was that movie? He wore the black jacket, the leather black coat with the long mullet hair, and he had the poster was him with 2 guns.
Didn't he fight Joe Piscopo in a movie as well? He did.
Yes, he did. Sidekicks with the late Jonathan Brandis. When Brandis kept imagining he was daydreaming with Chuck Norris in all of Chuck's movie.
When Chuck Norris does push-ups, the earth moves.
Chuck Norris
Caballero coming up to bat right now. The 2 men on.
One of my personal favorites is, I got 2. When Chuck Norris had sex in a truck, his semen leaked out into the engine. We now know this truck as Optimus Prime. Like, that was classic. The other was Chuck Norris was once bit by a king cobra, and after 5 agonizing, painful days, the cobra died. Those two are two classics. And yo, shout out to Steve Kreck, Burger King alumni, because he was the one that really got the Chuck stuff going back in the day for a lot of us.
Jose Caballero with an
And
RBI
as a matter
double.
of fact, give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Jose Caballero with an RBI double. It's looking like he brought Giancarlo Stanton home. Chisholm is at third after being hit by the pitch on the prior at bat. And Jose Caballero puts it right in the gap towards right field. Stanton slow-ass manages to get home. Caballero batting at the bottom of the lineup, being able to turn over the RBI. And we're looking over and look at our newest acquisition, Ryan McMahon, the guy from last year. He's batting 8th right now, looking to turn the lineup over back to the top of the order against a very good pitcher in Logan Webb, the ace of the San Francisco Giants. 1 out.
Just so
1 run
nobody
scored.
thinks any different.
What do you call it
Chuck
when an orphan
facts.
takes itself? So there it is. The Chuck facts, boys. It's real.
This was given to me for a birthday, I believe, by Raymar. I want to say 2005.
You're putting up runs already, Chris.
2006. Let's see what year this book came out. And yo, you can see it's been worn.
Oh, right through the middle. McMahon, and the Yankees scored 2 more to go up 3-0 in San Francisco. Top of the second. Yankees making some noise.
2007.
Garrett Cole in the next couple of weeks. He's been rehabbing. He pitched an inning 2 nights ago. Bregman belted him for a home run, but he should be back in the next couple of weeks. So we're potentially looking at him making a start at some point in April, I think. I could be mistaken, but that's what it sounds like. He's been pitching from the mound, and he's been doing some rehab pitching. And for the time being, until they figure out when he's going to come back, as the Yankees bring in another run. Oh, no, they bring McMahon to third. It's going to be Luis Hill that's going to get called up and taking the bulk of the work until he's ready to go. The Chuck Norris book. That's crazy.
Yeah, one of the greatest books ever. I also had a Mr. T one. Because remember, they started doing Mr. T facts, too.
Chuck Norris can grate fresh Parmesan cheese with his rust red beard.
I love that one. Remember Chuck Norris once sued NBC for copyright infringement with Law and Order, where his left foot was law and his right foot was order?
When you look back and see only one set of footprints, that's when Chuck Norris was carrying you. Oh, man. RIP to a legend, man. Someone who, you know, we talk about our nostalgic multiverse page and everything that we post on there. He is nostalgia for us because of the
Dude,
fact
if I'm
that
not mistaken, Chuck Norris had a freaking cartoon.
I wouldn't put it past them. Oh, Trent Grisham. Trent Grisham.
I was right
now.
I knew I was right. Chuck Norris, Karate Commandos. It lasted 1 season in the year 19. In the 80s, everything was a cartoon.
Yeah.
Mr. T's Adventures, Alf
Rockin'
Tales,
Wrestling.
Hulk Hogan's Rockin' Wrestling.
Yeah, it was all going down. Damn. So Logan Webb right now is killing my ERA in my other fantasy baseball league.
It only had 5 episodes because it was just a mini series. And I remember they had toys and everything for that shit, dude.
Damn, 5-0 Yanks. We're really putting in all these Giants right now. Oh, maybe I'll get my dingers then. You know what this is? This is a product of me betting the under. I bet under 7 runs. This is why this is happening right now.
Oh,
in the
that's gonna
second
go
inning,
over, bro.
the Yankees put up 5
There
runs.
it is. Chuck Norris, the Hitman. Great movie.
Yeah,
Great movie.
one of the best, man. One of the best. RIP to the legendary Chuck Norris. Gotta salute the guy. Put him over on this podcast. The memories that were installed. What's going on here?
This guy is amped up. The Yankees are in town.
They're hitting, man. Baseball's back. I'm happy. There's so much going
It's
on.
nice
It's a
and
good
warm
time
out
of year.
California, so the ball's going to run. Unlike
good time of
tomorrow, it's going
year.
to be like 53 degrees.
Tomorrow, the Phillies home opener at 4:15 in Philly. Phillies taking on the Texas Rangers with Christopher Sanchez taking the mound for the Philadelphia Phillies. It's going to be amazing baseball starting at 1:15 tomorrow. I can literally not wait to have baseball each and every single day. Shout out to T-Mobile. I already locked myself in for another free season of the MLB TV. Nothing like getting done a podcast like this one and going home and turning on a game that's just starting out at 10:15 p.m. when you've got no reason to go to bed early. Lone Wolf McCade.
Ooh, that was a good movie.
Oscar, what are you expecting from your Phillies?
90 wins, first place,
Division win, division
first round exit.
championship. Oh, man.
There's a lot of variables in the Philly season. They're not a bad team.
Do you have a World Series prediction?
They may have one of the best rotations in baseball too. I would also argue that quite possibly Crawford, I'm not saying he's going to be Rookie of the Year, but I think he's going to be in contention for the Rookie of the Year. I think he might finish second or third. I think maybe he finally fixes our hole in center field. That guy is fast. I think he could get a lot of stolen bases. I could see him being a 35 to 40 stolen base guy this year. But the biggest variable is the fifth starter right now, which is Andrew Painter, the herald prospect, the pillar, the generational.
The pillar. Don't be stealing my words on here, bro. Don't be stealing my words on here from Dynasty.
The generational talent. If he comes out and continues to have the dominance he had in spring training, I think he could bump Walker to the bullpen when Wheeler gets back in May.
That's right. You guys are going to be without Zach Wheeler for a little bit. I forgot about that.
And hey, if my paisan, after Italy did what they did, he pitched pretty good for Italy.
Nola?
Maybe he's fixed. Maybe he's back. You know what I mean, huh?
Nola comeback season? What's the matter with you?
Gabagool, where's the gabagool at?
I think Nola pitches for you guys day 3, which is Saturday. You're off tomorrow, I think.
You want to place a future bet?
What? No,
Christian Sanchez,
Cy Young
for the Cy Young.
He's a beast. I like Sanchez. He's the most likable guy in your rotation.
They ripped up his deal and gave him a brand new one. So
hey, being the day one starter.
And they signed Luzardo. Luzardo had a great year as a Philly. Let's hope he continues it. I would have preferred to have kept Ranger Suarez.
He lost Ranger to Boston. Boston now has Ranger Suarez.
Ranger Suarez's contract was doable too. I would have kept him. That's one move I didn't like. Nick Castellanos had to go.
Your big ad was Adolis Garcia.
Yeah,
that was the big.
If he can be healthy, man, he can still give you some pop.
It's a nice guy to have in that 4 spot.
Give me 25 to 30 home runs. I'm satisfied, bro.
He he helps you not have to put Alec Bohm in that 4 spot in case Alec Bohm is going through one of those dry spells.
Alec Bohm is entering the last year of his contract, and this is what's going to happen. Alec Bohm is going to end up hitting like 315. He's going to hit like 35 home runs, have like 100-plus RBIs.
You think so? You think he's going to do all that?
The Phillies are then going to give him this 5-year, $200 million, $300 million deal. And guess what happens in 2027 if there's a season? Alec Bohm goes back to being Alec Bohm.
Goes back to being a pumpkin that we all know and love.
Yep. He's going to be Cinderella this year.
Starts crying and shit.
He's going to be Cinderella this year. You watch.
Oof. Oh, man.
Because that's how these things normally turn out for the Phillies.
Get rid of Castellanos, keep Bohm, pay Bohm, and not get that out of him.
Well, Castellanos had to go, bro.
Does Bryce Harper prove that he is in fact elite? Does he prove Dombrowski wrong? That I think is the question.
For a guy who wants to get a contract extension, which I don't understand, because what he signed back in 2019, right? 2019 was his first year with us.
Who?
Bryce
Harper? No, we've had him since before that.
Before?
I don't think it was 20. It's been a while. I feel like, right?
18 maybe.
It's been a while. I feel like that deal was made in the first couple years of our podcast. And we're now circling 9 to 10 years of doing this. He's been with you guys for a good amount of time. We talked about his contract, how it could impact like everything moving forward.
Hold on. This is what we need.
It's been a minute, bro.
Let's see what we got here. 2019 was his first year.
2019, okay.
So 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. He signed a 13-year deal. He's already in 8 years of it. Still got 5 years left, and you want a contract extension? How about this? How about you hit 300, 35 home runs, and 110 RBIs for the next 2 seasons, and we'll think about it. Because, Bud, it hasn't been that pretty lately.
Harper will play his 7th season. Thank you.
It has not been a pleasant surprise.
By the way, real quick, thank you to everybody who's taking the time to share this podcast right now on Facebook. We definitely appreciate you guys. We're also live on YouTube at the moment. So everybody who is watching right now, please like, share, and comment on the product that is On the Money Podcast here, coming to you live as we get down to business as only we can. We appreciate you guys. Thank you, Julio, for sharing the pod, because tonight we are going all over the map. We've got live baseball going on. It's the road to WrestleMania. We're just getting off of the hangover of free agency.
Settle down, Chris. Settle down.
Getting into the draft. They said he makes a hell of a banana bread, though.
Settle down, buddy. Settle down.
I mean, he didn't really do shit the entirety of the World Baseball Classic besides hit a home run in the championship game.
And the Giants love to lose.
Oh, you really got it out for them after today, huh? You were the one sitting here singing their praises. You know,
listen,
you were Big Blue all the way, and now all of a sudden your tune has completely changed. Coincidentally, when their head coach changed, you know, all of a sudden you weren't so much pro Giants anymore. All of a sudden they're the New York Ravens, and you can't go out there and you can't draft a running back again. They have shown you time after time. These New York Giants are going to do whatever they want to do, whether you approve of it or not. You can't stop them.
You're right.
You can't stop this football team from going out there and drafting Jeremiah Love.
Baseball's on my screen, buddy. I'm focused on pinstripes. I mean, you should be after the way you and Andrew got into it earlier about I love baseball more than X, Y, and Z. I won't say it out loud for the world to hear, but I love base more than X, Y, and Z.
One of the most toxic group chats ever is back in action in the Sandlot Baseball Association. It's official. We are back, boys. I am excited. Cannot freaking wait.
Woo!
I missed out.
Oh, skate.
I missed out. It's funny. Today, I wasn't the one starting any of the drama. I wasn't the one doing any of that. I was so well behaved today.
Whoa. Settle down.
All I was doing today was researching baseball, researching basketball, getting ready for the slate, getting ready for the podcast. And all this craziness was going on around me in the other group chats and side conversations about the draft and who's going to do what. Who's going to pick who and where they're actually going to pick them, regardless of what we say right now. I know for a fact the New York Giants at the 5 spot are going to do something that is going to create a rift among that fan base as only they can do. And that rift can only get wider depending on who the name is that they pick. If they pick Jeremiah Love at the 5 spot, they're just going to rip that wound wide open. They're going to rip that wound wide open.
I thought starting stuff is what you do for traffic on site.
I was just chilling. I was in my own world.
No, he was trying to get all our plays together.
I was getting plays together. I was getting home runs together for tomorrow. There was only so many hours in the day. I was off today, so I slept in, got my rest. I woke up, smoked myself a blunt, and then I hit the books immediately and said to myself, what are the plays for tonight? What are the plays for tomorrow? In the meanwhile, all this other chit-chat was going on. I want Sonny Styles, man. You, Mikey, a couple of other Giants fans I know, they have Sonny Styles as their guy with the 5th overall pick. We don't know, man. Like, we don't know. The fact that we could sit here and both of our teams having top 5 picks, we can talk about the fact that we would like a defensive player over an offensive player in this draft. Basically summarizes what I was saying in the first couple of minutes of the podcast, is that this is a draft to be able to secure your defensive studs, get them into your lineup. If you add Ruben Bain into what we've got going on right now with Johnson, with John Franklin Myers, with Jeffrey Simmons, are you kidding me? Like, that front 7 is just ferocious. Not to mention our head coach is a defensive-minded guy. So it would make complete sense. But the Jeremiah Love pick also makes sense because of the fact that running back is literally the only position that we have not addressed whatsoever in free agency, at all. We haven't even talked about it. We've done nothing whatsoever besides lock in Julius Chestnut. That was it. That was the move we made for the running back position.
I was excited about the guy we took away from y'all.
Who?
Day. Sebastian Day.
Oh, Joseph Day? Yeah.
I was like, yo, this is a good pickup.
Well, because we signed Alonzo from the Saints. We ended up getting Cordell Flott from the Giants. They're not done shopping at that position. So it looked like Joseph Sebastian Day was the sacrifice in that situation, and he's a hell of a player. He's a dog. So I think he'll be great for you guys and what you guys are doing out there. I think that's a good scheme fit when it comes down to it, from him going from the Titans to the Pittsburgh Steelers secondary and what they're trying to do on the back end of that team. I love Scat and Tracy, but Scat scared me with his recent comments. Listen, a lot of these younger cats are just dumb, bro. Like, they're dumb. You know, he's not the most intelligent guy in the world. I absolutely love Puka Nacua from a fantasy perspective. Do I want Puka Nacua in front of a microphone talking? No. I don't want him giving his opinion on anything. I don't want Scat giving his opinion on anything. And I've already given my opinion on Scatterboo on this podcast. I've told you guys, don't sit there and be fooled by a 6-week sample size of a player that plays in a way where he can't even give you a full 17 games. He's not going to be able to do that for you. You know? This doesn't mean that I approve of you guys going and getting a running back that high in the draft. I'm just saying that I think Cam Scatterboo is always going to need somebody else there. Cam Scatterboo is always going to need a Tyrone Tracy, etc. Cam Scatterboo, to me, is never going to be your 27 carry bell cow running back. That, to me, is not what he does. What he's going to be able to do is play a good complementary role to another running back that could potentially play well off of him and vice versa. And in this day and age, there's nothing wrong with that. Listen, Bucky Irvin had Rachaad White, okay? Kenneth Walker had Zach Charbonnet.
Buddy out here practicing cannibalism.
Like, a lot of people are, Kenny Walker, the projection has been pushed through the moon, but let's not forget that a lot of the time he was splitting a lot of that work with Zach Charbonnet until Zach Charbonnet got hurt. And the Seahawks really had no position but to feature Kenneth Walker in that bell cow role. And eventually he got his Super Bowl MVP. But, guys, a lot of players have won Super Bowl MVPs before. You know? It's not the most prestigious award out there. I remember Super Bowl night talking and contemplating with the guys as far as, okay, who's actually going to win this award? Like Kenneth Walker had a great outing. He didn't score a touchdown, but he got the rushing yards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To be able to get him the MVP. So him going into a system with the Kansas City Chiefs where you're looking at a couple of starts from Justin Fields, who also likes to run the ball. I don't know.
I wonder if
I don't know.
Yeah. I'll agree with you on that.
I just like the whole Cam Scat thing. I was not on that hype train. You know.
I was. Still.
I know.
I like him.
It's not that I don't like him. I just
because I thought he had a very good stretch up until he got hurt.
But that could end up being the story of the kid based on how he plays the game. Like that's the thing. Like it's always going to be could he stay healthy? And I'm not trying to wait 5 to 6 years for a player to be able to stay healthy. And each and every year they show me that they can't. You know, this organization clearly feels like there's more out there. There's somebody else out there that they could bring in.
Yeah.
And maybe their plan is to trade a Tyrone, because you can't trade a hurt Scatterboo, but maybe if your plan is to trade a Tyrone Tracy and you can, find a landing spot for him.
Yeah. It's going to be, if they pick Love, they're trading Tracy.
Like what would be
and
Tracy's
that would
value at this point?
That would help out Alexi in his 101.
Yeah.
It would help him out a lot. But if they don't trade anybody and they keep, that's going to hurt too, because this is going to be shared.
Timeshare. And the rookie, when it comes to a timeshare, guess who gets the least amount of work? The rookie. Look.
And it's Harbaugh too. This is the same guy,
bro,
that took the ball out of Derrick Henry's hands when the Patriots were playing the Ravens.
Trevion Henderson.
Did y'all forget about that?
Trevion Henderson, the love of Trevion Henderson, still to this day, the love that we have for Trevion Henderson and the Patriots offense and Drake May. Bro, Ramondre Stevenson is still going to be a factor in that offense.
Yes.
Ramondre Stevenson isn't going anywhere. He's only like 26, 27 years old on top of that. So we're not even talking about that point where the running back hits that, the decline. Like he's still not even there yet. He is the running back that they trust. Ask Caleb Johnson how things are going for him as far as running backs go. Like,
Tito Caleb.
What were the Chiefs think? I don't know.
I don't think any of us were.
I don't.
Because he's getting paid lovely this upcoming season.
Us being here and being fans of nostalgia, sitting here right now trying to figure that one out, that's crazy because I felt like Travis Kelce, I said it on here, he was getting ready for life after football, and this season was going to be the swan song, but apparently not. The Chiefs are looking to run it back, and we're not only going to see him for this year, but it's looking like we're going to see Travis Kelce for at least one more year out of that contract, and then, you give your farewell. This could also be an example of the Kansas City Chiefs, dare I say, kicking the can down the road when it comes to paying a player, because basically now you get one free year of Travis Kelce, and the next 2 years where that contract is going to look hideous and you actually have to pay him, and you're running with a makeshift set of tight ends to make up for the fact that Travis Kelce can't go out there and execute on the level, because Patrick Mahomes is still in his prime. Travis Kelce is not. So Patrick Mahomes is still going to deploy some of those plays, and if they have another young tight end that can do close to what Kelce did, then they should still be okay. But they still have a lot of questions to answer in Kansas City, because Rashee Rice's contract is up. Are they about to go pay this guy with all the crap that he got going on off the field? Like Rashee Rice's contract, this is the last year of his contract. So are you going to pay Rashee Rice? Are you going to go out there in free agency and make a move in the wide receiver market? And now,
he's guaranteed $12 million this season, Travis Kelce.
Guaranteed $12 million. Okay.
The remainder of the contract is dependent on Kelce and if he's going to be on the roster. Trying to see the ins and outs, but it's not showing me everything.
They're going to be put in an interesting situation because we've just seen a spike in the wide receiver market and what guys are getting paid as wide
The
receivers.
$41 million a year that JSN just signed for.
Right. So
That's going to become the new norm for all receivers.
Like, what are you going to
Malik
do?
Neighbors is next, buddy. You ready for that?
Is there an exit option for that contract? I don't know.
I'm about to tell you guys 1 second if I can just
deal. Malik Neighbors isn't going to get paid for like another 2 years though. The worst thing that could happen for Malik Neighbors is for him to get hurt again, because the turf monsters in that shitty field just pull you down. And also, I think that they really don't have a choice but to pay Malik Neighbors.
All right, so his cap number is small as hell for the next couple of years. 4.8 this season, 4.8 next season, and 3.5 the following season. There is no savings if they cut him after the year. They will be on the hook for $2 million. And he'll count against. So listen to this. He'll have $7 million in dead money if they cut him after this year. And there'll be negative $2 million in cap savings. So basically, they're hoping he comes back next year too.
Roughly a 2-year deal.
Yeah.
Just trying to bring the band back together to get some of that old magic that once propelled them to the top of the conference. And we don't know if that can still work now.
I don't think. I think he's past his prime.
I mean, it's.
I don't.
He is. I mean, yes.
I'm not trying to be rude, bro, but
it's not rude. It's the truth. It's the honest truth. They had their heyday. They had their celebrations. These guys have had 3 parades. Nobody feels bad for this team. I just think that they feel as though their best bet to be able to contend is to kind of bring the band back together and keep that core group together for the sake of Mahomes and the cohesiveness that they have and the variables of the situation that they're dealing with, where their wide receiver 1 can't stay out of trouble. Just a knucklehead,
yeah, bro. That's insane.
That's really not the type of guy that you can.
Because now he's being investigated for domestic violence with his girlfriend.
It's always something.
He already got suspended. What, 6 games was it this year?
Yeah,
it's going to be 8, maybe even 10.
Half the year.
Because it's going to look like a repeat offender.
Half the year.
So,
and they've got
by signing Walker, they have no choice but to either sign an offensive lineman, draft an offensive lineman, or draft a wide receiver.
You could. They got Jaden Royals, who didn't really do much for them because he was just hurt and not a part of the offense. You got Xavier Worthy.
Pacheco's in Detroit now, Julio.
Yeah, Pacheco is in Detroit, and he's not whatever Pacheco takes from Gibbs is not going to be enough to impact Jahmyr Gibbs and his status.
What's the score?
Right now it's 5-0 Yankees.
Oh yeah, you're going to lose your parlay.
5-0 Yankees.
Because you still need home runs.
Bottom of the third. Yeah, I need a bunch of stuff. So I didn't put the under 7 in a parlay. I did put the under 7 was a straight bet. I wasn't brave enough to put unders in any type of parlay. I do have home run parlays, total bases, hits, runs, and RBIs. I mixed it up today. I told myself, be careful with tonight's slate, and then I started seeing slips and people posting stuff, and I just got the itch. I said to myself, my team is on tonight. I got that feeling. So I was like, let me make a couple slips for tomorrow, and let me make a couple slips for tonight.
Because I seen some green going across.
Well, this is like an example of I did the parlay with the home runs. Judge, Devers. So far, no home runs hit in this game. But they're waiting out there at Oracle Park. They're sitting out there in their rowboats, waiting to catch themselves a ball in a pitcher-friendly ballpark. I did some shit for tomorrow.
You're 2 points away from Jaylen Brown going over.
Yeah, I
got the 3 points.
I got some home run parlays for tomorrow that I'm going to post in our group chat. It's going to be live. Baseball all day long. I am excited.
Terrain, Alonzo.
That's one of those little dollar slips.
56 for 631.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Woo!
I am ready. It's that time of year, dog. It is that time of year. You saw it last year in the World Series. We sat here and I got my dingers parlay while we were sitting here live. It was a great feeling, and it's good to have baseball back. My most profitable sport when it comes to betting. But yeah, Pacheco in Detroit right now. He is the solution for them as the RB2, and Brian Robinson Jr. with the Atlanta Falcons now.
That is interesting.
So now when you're going up
That's
to get your sticker, you got to be careful, dog. Don't be putting B-Rob up there as the 101 in your redraft fantasy league.
But that's a good handcuff in case something happens to Bijan, because Bijan for the first 3 years has not been hurt.
Well, Bijan has had one of the best handcuffs in the business also. Like, Tyler Algier is a stud that's a handcuff. There's not a lot of running backs that have a Tyler Algier there to take that much of the workload off of them. I'd go as far as to say as Tyler Algier did more for Bijan than Montgomery did for Gibbs in the past 2 seasons.
You think?
Tyler gets work, bro. Tyler is a touchdown vulture.
Yes.
Tyler's a touchdown vulture, and Tyler can still give you that burst. Whereas with David Montgomery, I felt like the Detroit Lions were going back on relying some of their more basic offensive play calling, where David Montgomery would get called upon for that. Tyler Algier was still a very premier piece of Atlanta Falcons offense. You got to think with Drake London missing a few games. Just throwing this out
real quick. Got St. John's with the upset on Duke.
Oh, that's tomorrow too.
We saw that.
16.
We saw the St. Joe's and
Kansas. What a finish! Dude takes the lane and makes a buzzer beater layup of all things.
And that dude was left-handed, and he hit it with a right-hand shot.
After St. John's was up multiple possessions, and Kansas just narrowed it down to still come out and lose like that. Just that.
Wasn't Kansas winning at first too? Like
they were
kind of big.
Playing good. That captures March Madness in all of its actual madness.
Hey, none of that boozer mania.
Boozer mania. That's right. It's going to be live, man. Tomorrow is the Sweet 16 rounds start up again, right? Am I correct in thinking that? Or Duke has been trashed so far this tournament. I don't know what the girls are doing. I remember being really into the tournament when Caitlin Clark and all them were still in school. Because we went to Brass Tap and actually watched that championship game where Caitlin Clark lost to South Carolina.
That was a crazy
That South Carolina team was they were elite.
Caitlin Clark was making March Madness elite again. Like it's already hyped up, it's already promoted, but people were committed that year, I feel.
It was a good year. They cared. Women's college basketball.
Julio, I hate Duke. They are my Red Sox of college basketball. Ooh, that's hate because you're a Yankees fan.
I don't hate a college basketball team enough because I also don't love a college basketball team enough. I don't actually have a college basketball team.
I don't hate any college
teams. I'm still working out the kinks. I know I don't want to go for a front runner. I don't want to come out and be like, oh, I choose Duke as my team, or like, oh, I'm a Tar Heel. Like, that's not going to be, I'm going to eventually find my team. It's just a matter of being able to actually commit to a team. I wasn't prepared for March Madness this year. I had Dynasty was going crazy. Our Dynasty League was going absolutely insane when it came to free agency and trades that were going down. And then on top of that, I am also the commissioner of the Sandlot Baseball Association. So I was doing my due diligence, making sure that we were prepared for baseball.
I'm still surprised Paul Skeens lasted the number 9.
He did.
I really was.
Different approach, different style to your drafting this year. Different style. You took a different approach to it. I liked it.
I mixed it up with pitchers. I mixed it up with the hitters. I went for consistency a lot more. I made sure to get at least 2 closers and one potential closer.
Say a lot, baby.
Because I still feel like Uribe should be the young question closer.
I got him. I got him in my other league.
I feel like he should be the unquestioned guy, bro.
Well, Milwaukee's going to be throwing Mizorowski out there.
Yeah.
The prodigy rookie from last year is going to come out, and he's going to start for them in tomorrow's game, which should be a banger. It's going to be Mizorowski versus Shane Smith. And the Chicago White Sox.
Listen,
man,
all I know is I got approval from Chris when he saw Vinny P. That's all he would call it, Vinny P, my boy.
Definitely went a different way this year. You're the Skeens guy, Rob. Like you're the guy.
That's who I was worried was going to take him.
You're the Skeens guy. You're the Scooble guy. You're the Skeens guy. You are literally from day one. We've called you the pitching factory because you will always have the aces ready to go. And you are always one of the more difficult matchups throughout the year to deal with. Hell, you sent my ass home 2 years ago. I didn't forget. That sucked. So I was definitely intrigued. The fact that now a lot of us, this is your third season into the league, just kind of going off of our last 2 drafts, kind of trying to tweak some things, take a different approach to how we build our team. Again, 28 rounds.
I was about to take Skeens and I held off. When I knew you didn't pick him, I knew he was mine.
And Skeens was a raw pick. Skeens was a raw
I
pick.
knew he was mine.
And I can't fault you. And the question is, okay, we're talking Pirates now. They added Marcell Ozuna. They added Brandon
I picked him
Lau,
up too.
Brian Reynolds.
I picked him up real late.
The question when it comes to these Pirates is, do the Pittsburgh Pirates finally have the run support
Can I
that
say
they're
this?
going to need, where it's like not a 1-0 ball game?
I didn't have the balls to put them on my predictions that I did real quick. However, I could see them fighting for a wild card all year. If they stay healthy, they play. If Ozuna has a comeback year, because he was really hurt a lot last year, I should know. I have Ozuna always on my fantasy teams. If Ozuna could give them 30 home runs, bro.
This year I'm thinking my strategy, but we'll see. They stole Bubba from me. I think we all did. I went pitcher heavy this year. I actually went kind of heavy with the pitchers as well. I got Bubba. A few because I'm not trying to sit there and be lacking the pitchers when it comes to the fantasy playoffs and not be able to just do anything when it comes to those categories, bro. I was tired. I was tired of taking that same approach, bro. I really was.
I have Bubba.
Digging my strategy.
I took 2 Pirates pitchers, bro.
Potential this year.
That should tell you everything you need to know. I took Bubba and I got Paul Skeens.
The Pirates competing for a wild card spot. None of us would be mad at that.
I wouldn't.
None of us would be mad at that. The Pirates would just like that become a more profitable team. We get to see Skeens in a light that we're not used to seeing him in late in the season, where the Pirates are actually playing for something. Like we're talking about maybe seeing the Cardinals and Pirates, in a series where that could determine who gets the last wild card spot. This bodes well for the organization, who I guess this is their way of making their pitch to be able to keep Paul Skeens when the time comes, when the Yankees come knocking on your door, when the Phillies come knocking on your door, when the Mets come knocking, the Dodgers, when all those teams come knocking saying, hey, what do you want for Skeens? This is their pitch to be like, whoa. What we're building right now is we're going to be a competitive, scrappy, wild card type of team where our ace might be convinced to be able to ride it out with us for the long term. Ooh, Tyler O'Neill. Didn't realize he was out there. Tyler O'Neill, 6-year home run streak on opening day is on the line tomorrow. Can he make it 7?
That's going to be interesting.
That is the question when it comes to Tyler O'Neill. Is he going to be able to make it 7? 6 home runs in a row on opening day. That streak is on the line tomorrow. There's so much going on. I absolutely freaking love it, bro.
Yes, there is.
I absolutely freaking love it. I am such a fan of this time of the year. Weather's slowly starting to break through. Still kind of chilly, but it's starting to warm up enough to where I'm getting that feeling where I want to crack open a 12-pack and start grilling. Oh, you're just making moves right now. You're just wheeling Jorge Soler. You're making moves right now.
I had to put my guys on the injured list.
Yeah, guys are IL eligible. I had to do the same with Anthony Santander. He got put on the 10-day IL. With the Toronto
I hate
Blue
the Sox,
Jays.
but I'm happy I got Roman Anthony. Skeens in October would be electric. that city would
Roman.
go crazy.
Oh, Pittsburgh, yeah. They're already a sports town. It's just they know that they can't depend on the Pirates for anything. So all the hopes and dreams go towards the Steelers.
and
that's
Penguins.
just its
but
own
that's starting
story.
to wind down too.
They're getting tired of that song and dance. I got Heather for week 1. She always has a sneaky team. Yeah, her team's good though. I feel like she drafted better than me, but I didn't tell her that yet. I'm saying it here live on the podcast.
She sniped me a couple times.
Yeah.
Peter Crow Armstrong, bro.
Yeah. Well, with her, she was upset because
she took J.P. Crawford late in the draft where I had him queued up, ready to go.
She was upset because she was drafting last, but I feel as though when she actually started drafting, she saw the benefits of being at the end and having those back-to-backs and having your 2 picks ready. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like she really made the most of being at the back end.
Fred, what's going on, Freddie?
And doing damage. Anthony going to have a breakout year. I mean, Roman Anthony, he looked good in the World Baseball Classic. I was definitely trying to target guys who were playing in high-level competition during the tournament. As Aaron Judge strikes out for the 3rd time today, I believe, as Logan Webb has just absolutely owned him.
The disdain in Elon's voice is already coming out, and it's
just
opening
absolutely
day. It's opening day.
You know what
and
it
the
is?
Disdain is.
You know what it is?
I
have no disdain towards Aaron Judge. It's just the way that he strikes out. Where it's the same. Where it's like the way that Trey Turner strikes out. Where it looks like, are you swinging a bat or are you trying to rake leaves, bro? Like, what are you doing out there? Like, are you swinging just to swing, or do you really see something right there?
2025 batting champion Trey Turner.
That was 2 years ago. That was a while ago. What have you done lately?
That was last year.
What have you done for me lately?
Last year's batting average champion Trey Turner.
What have you done for me
lately? He was
lately?
one of the fewest problems on the Phillies roster last year. I'm excited for the kid Murakami from the White Sox. Yeah, that's a good name too.
Yeah, he's gonna be a stud. I mean, the Chicago White Sox.
I'm excited to watch the Seattle Mariners too. The
Chicago White Sox might be good.
Are they gonna take another step forward to really cement themselves?
The Mariners are an interesting team. They made moves during the offseason. We saw what happened with them last year. Like, they resurrected a franchise. They start the year going against the Cleveland Guardians. I was about to call them the Indians.
They're the Indians.
To me, they're the Indians at heart, because that's what I know them.
I'm always going to call them the Cleveland Indians.
The most important moments.
I don't care. Whoever's watching us on this podcast, you want to hit me up, direct message me, lambast me, do whatever you want. They're the Cleveland Indians.
Bro, the most important moments.
Last I checked, they made a movie about the Cleveland Indians in the 90s.
Not just that.
The Cleveland Guardians.
Not just that, but the most important moments in that team's history, they were the Indians. I watched the Cleveland Indians in the World Series. That's who I watched. That's the team that was trying to hold it down in a sports town they have the Cleveland Browns out there. You got the Cavaliers who had their moment with LeBron. The Cleveland Indians were the most consistent team as far as winning regular season, making the playoffs, pennants, division titles. Like, the Cleveland Indians were the ones that were bringing the noise each and every year.
I was rooting for them that year. The Marlins beat them.
They couldn't get over the hump.
What was that, 97?
That was 97 World Series.
I was my dad was rooting for the Marlins because of Dutch and Eisenreich.
Yeah.
I was rooting for the Indians because, dude, that team was just.
I never hated the Indians because we always beat them.
Robbie
so there was no
Alomar,
reason for me
Sandy
to hate them.
Alomar, Jim Thome, Matt Williams, Omar Vizquel.
They had Thome in 2002.
Marquise Grissom, David Justice.
Oof.
Manny Ramirez, Charles Nagy. Jack McDowell, the pitcher.
You mentioned
I remember all those guys.
You mentioned the Mariners. So the Mariners this offseason added Dominic Canzone,
good,
who is definitely a hitter. They added Brandon Donovan, and they added him to a team that already has hitters like Randy Arozarena. They added Josh Naylor, Julio Rodriguez is there, Cal Riley. So that Seattle lineup is deep. bro.
Do we think Riley's going to do it again this year?
As far as what? Belt 65.
Yeah,
he had 65 home runs last year. I think he can get to 50. I wouldn't be shocked if he ends at like 48 or something like that. But I mean,
hope he does. I don't want it to be a 1 year wonder, bro.
The lineup is so potent that I can't see why not. If he keeps batting in that 3 or 4 hole, I think he's still going to be able to do damage at his position. And as far as like what he can bring to the table. Can he get 65 again? I wouldn't go as far as that, but I mean, dude is still going to be able to go out there and deliver and be able to bring home runs, because at the end of the day, the Mariners are probably one of the most balanced baseball teams in the league when it comes to the pitching rotation that they have and the run support that they're able to give their pitching rotation.
I agree.
Yeah, Josh Naylor was low-key a big move for them. Josh Naylor spent a couple years with the Guardians and, played a good role for them. As far as just like competing like for them and having them in a position to win their division, compete in the playoffs.
Okay.
Anyone get their draft grades? Still can't see mine. I don't like Yahoo's weird, man. Like I started thinking to myself, like, what if they gave that out as soon as the draft was over, and then it's like a lot of us ended up just leaving the draft room. The AI told me that I just had to check the draft recap. I tried to do that, and it still didn't show it to me, which is weird. Like, I remember getting my grades for the leagues that I do in fantasy football for Yahoo, but not for baseball. It's just odd.
It's not letting me go on tonight.
I think Riley takes a step back, but will still produce at a high level. He was dog shit in the Classic to where he got benched for Will Smith. Yeah. He wasn't ready. Like, I mean, it's baseball in March, bro. So a lot of these guys, like, it's tough to replicate that October feel of baseball in March. Only certain people rise to the occasion. He didn't really have a good World Baseball Classic. Harper really didn't until he hit the dinger in the World Baseball Championship. A lot of guys were just in over their skis when it came down to performing. It would usually take a day or two and it would upload. Yeah, I haven't seen it. I think that Riley's step back is still going to be good enough to where the Mariners can win their division.
So we both agree he's probably still going to be like 40, 45 home runs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think he can clear that easy.
Okay.
He can get to 50, I think. I'll give him that. I'll surpass the 45. I'll give him 50. I don't know if you're going to be able to do 65 again, though. I feel like last year was one of those moments where, similar to what was the team I was talking about earlier with Miguel? The Texas Rangers, when they were a strikeout and an out away from winning the World Series. I feel like last year was a good opportunity for Seattle, and they didn't cash in on that opportunity, and the rest of the league will catch up to you. It's the realities of life. Let's see here. We're at the top of the 5th right now. Yankees up 5-0. Max Fried still on the mound, taking on this Giants lineup that still hasn't been able to put some runs together. A lineup that last season, when they made the trade for Rafael Devers, I absolutely loved the deal.
Puka card.
Oh, my God. That's crazy. You got to post that in the forum. You definitely got to post that in the forum. This guy Puka's out there biting people and shit. Like, you're thinking it's off season, everything's chill, you don't have nothing to worry about. And meanwhile, the star wide receiver, top 5 guy in redraft, he's out there biting women. Like, what are you doing, bro? Is something wrong in your head? Like, what are you doing? I lost my train of thought. The fact that he could hit for power from both sides of the bat, yeah, you got a switch hitting catcher, bro. There's
unbelievable.
You can't replace a guy like that. He's so valuable to his team. And he's hitting dingers from the left. He's hitting dingers from the right. And the Mariners brought in some depth. You've got a Brandon Donovan who's great at stealing bases. He could be your leadoff guy. You've got power in Canzone. You still have Julio Rodriguez. You add Josh Naylor into the mix. Randy Arozarena, who can bat 1 or 2 if you need him to.
Absolutely.
The Mariners are back. It's just a question of can you consistently beat the Astros? Can you close out at the end of the year and not fold when it comes to actually closing out and winning the division? You know what I mean? Because, you go through the doldrums in the middle of the summer.
Yeah, you're going to have losing streaks.
They happen. They come
You're
and
going to
go.
go on a thing of 6-game losing streaks, 7-game losing streaks. It's about hurrying up. It's the ebbs and flows of the season.
Ebbs and flows.
When you're a good team, you're going to know how to hurry up and correct it.
Yep.
Players are going to go through slumps. Players are going to go through 3-4 months of just unbelievable play, and then they're going to go through a month where it's going to all go to hell.
Shot to hell.
It's about keeping the confidence and keep working. And when you know you're that damn good, it's going to come back around.
Yep. It all swings back around to you. The pendulum theory. It can only get so bad before it swings over to the other side and it gets good again. That's literally baseball in a nutshell. You have your guys where you deal with them, you deal with their slumps, because eventually they break out of those slumps and they go on tears, and those tears benefit you from a profit standpoint or from a fantasy perspective. Either way, you want to be there to collect. You just got to be patient enough.
I agree.
You got to be patient enough.
I will not argue with that fact.
As far as a World Series goes, if I was to give you a World Series right now, off the top of my head, it would probably have to be the LA Dodgers versus the Detroit Tigers. That's just off the top. That's a non-biased World Series pick. I like the Tigers team. I'm a Scooble fan. I like their lineup. They're built similarly to us, except I feel as though they have a more complete team than the Yankees. When you've got Kerry Carpenter and you've got Riley Green and you've got Torkelson and all those guys.
I can't put the Phillies in the World Series because they can't get out of the first round.
I can't put the Yankees in the World Series because I don't think they're going to make the World Series.
I got Brewers Yankees.
Brewers Yankees? Oh, all right. I like that. Making it back to the big dance. Second time in 2 years. And it's not the Dodgers? You got the Dodgers being upset. Now, are the Brewers the team to dethrone the Dodgers? That's what I want to know.
Hell, well,
they're a good team, bro.
I got my first round's Phillies, Pods, Mets, Cubs. Second round is Phillies, Brewers, Cubs, Dodgers. NLCS is Brewers, Dodgers. Brewers beating the Dodgers. I got Orioles, Seattle, Indians, Red Sox first round. Second round, Seattle, Detroit, Indians, Yankees. ALCS, I have Detroit versus the Yankees. Then I got the Junkies. I actually picked the Yankees to win the World Series. And my comment underneath, I just want everyone to see this so that everybody knows.
That's beautiful.
What does that say?
That is beautiful.
What does that say?
I love that prediction. I love that.
What does that say?
I absolutely do. I love that prediction.
Gross.
6-0 Yanks. Bats are alive tonight. Stanton drives in another one. As it is 6-0 Yankees. The man who can't open a bag of chips.
Bad elbow, Stanton.
Bringing runs home, regardless of the fact that he can't open his own potato chip bag.
Giancarlo, bad elbow, Stanton.
You make enough money to where you can have somebody
Vic
open the bag of chips
is awesome.
He is awesome.
We got 3 prospects that are untouchable, but are never going to be on the roster.
Well, he's talking the Spencer Jones situation when it comes to the Yankees and him being in our AAA team and the fact that he's just another big outfielder. The problem is we have too many outfielders. That's what it is. They're down there because of the fact that we have so many outfielders. Like, we don't have enough positions on our roster to be able to call up another outfielder to be able to take a spot. You wouldn't have a spot as the Yankees run the score up to 7-0.
Why not trade Stanton?
I don't know.
Right?
I don't know. I think
why not try to trade Stanton and bring one of those young guys up?
They just feel like, well, Stanton doesn't play the outfield.
I know, but you can move one of those outfielders to play DH.
I don't know, man. You got the Dominguez experiment going on with the Martian.
I mean, he's been with you guys now since what? 2017? 2018?
You know, and when you go out there and you go find guys like Caballero and Ryan McMahon who are outperforming your prospects, it makes the situation a little bit more difficult because now you got veterans that got better batting average than the guy that you're grooming to be the next guy. So they're trapped in between an identity crisis.
That 1 year, Ben Rice. What was the year Ben Rice got called up? Was
2 years ago. 2 years ago when he hit those dingers on his debut.
We were watching him here.
He was going.
I think we hit. Crazy. Wasn't it like on a draft day? He went crazy.
He was going crazy, and I said to myself, "Who is this kid? Like, who is this kid? Because he is making me believe." And right now, he's batting in the 4 hole.
He's a good ball player.
Oh, absolutely.
He's a very good ball player.
Absolutely.
There goes your under, Elon.
Yeah. I should have known once I took the under, they were going to exceed it. That's how it always happens. That's why I don't bet unders. I am an overs guy all the way. I'm glad I didn't put it in a parlay.
Like $20 into my DraftKings account.
Yeah.
Put the good old $5 down on Mr. Schwarber
for a dinger. You know, I like him. And then my friend Mindy, diehard Phillies fan, she says she thinks she's feeling Adolis Garcia. She's thinking Adolis could hit one. You know, he's got the better odds, but either one, I might just mess around and bet both of them.
Nobody's taking that contract with the age and the elbows.
No. Right, nobody is. Nobody is at this point besides us. My favorite dingers for tomorrow.
Mike Stan better get his elbows fixed.
Ooh, Fred, is that your World Series prediction? You've got the Padres against the Guardians? Ooh, that's spicy, bro. If you were to put that into DraftKings right now, you win a good amount of money if that shit hits. That's nice. That is nice. That's how you come out of left field. Well, no, that wouldn't be able to.
Oh, rest in peace to all my bets tonight.
Or all my bets. Yeah, I mean the Yankees are scoring runs, but they're not dingers. They're definitely not dingers. There's still time if Judge can stop striking out. It's getting a little frustrating now, though.
Dude, I had $1.05 in my account. I didn't even know.
So tomorrow, you got a full slate of action.
MLB.
And
can you still do future bets?
You should still be able to do some futures. They probably wouldn't count like as far as like the games tonight, but you should still be able to put futures in. Because everybody else plays tomorrow, so you should be good. I really like the White Sox and Brewers game for home runs. Like I feel like there's multiple home runs in that game. Like they're out there.
Oh, here we go.
Got Christian Yelich.
He said Montgomery. Brewers versus the Indians, right?
Yeah. No. Indians versus Padres, World Series. Indians versus Pods.
Damn. You gotta select it, but there's just so many of them. Nobody's. Maybe my eyes are bad and I can't see it.
There's a lot of options, bro.
Jesus, there is.
There's a lot of options. A lot of ways you can
Padres
go with
beat the Yankees is plus 15,000.
Padres, Yanks. I would love to see us in the World Series. I've got to see how we actually get there.
I'm gonna go. Let me ask Rock.
A friend of mine believes the A's will make the playoffs this year. Hey, A's have a good lineup. You know, they're transitioning, making that move to Las Vegas eventually. They're playing in a hitter-friendly ballpark where when you're going over to play with the Athletics, you're playing in a field where you can run up the score as far as runs. I feel like with them, if anything's going to hold back the A's, it's going to be who they have as far as their pitching rotation. Mason Miller is an absolute dog, one of the best when it comes to the bullpen guys. So you have your closer. The problem is you need to be winning a lot of these games so that you'll be able to get your closer out there so that he can actually get a save for you. You know, Mason Miller's an absolute dog. We got Brent Rooker, Shane Langoliers out there, Nick Kurtz. So they have the bats to make some noise and push for a
325
wild
to
card
1
spot.
odds for that matchup.
The one that
Plus 32,500. The Padres to win the World Series is plus 3,000 to plus 3,500 to different things. Cleveland is plus 6 to a 7. Wow.
Yeah, we're on the eve of it's opening night, and it's also the eve of opening day. So this is your last
Georgia
opportunity.
back in the Sixers lineup, and Philly beats the Bulls 157. Damn.
I was tracking.
It's about time. What the hell?
They got a big win over Chicago. I'm sitting here tracking the Hawks game, which ended up going into overtime. Hawks and Pistons. Pistons playing without Cade Cunningham. I was keeping tabs on that game because I had a few props in on that, checking the parlays for NBA, for MLB, all the action going on right now. You've still got the Timberwolves and the Rockets that just went underway, and you've still got the Dallas Mavericks and the Denver Nuggets, which are going down at 10-10. And then tomorrow, the official first pitch is going to be between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the New York Mets at 1:15 in the afternoon. It is going down. Baseball is back, baby. I am so excited. It just adds another layer into what we do. It breaks up the monotony. There was only so much that we were going to be able to do as far as talking about the draft and counting down to the draft. That shit is still a month away. We have an entire month of baseball that can get us through the draft, and we have an entire baseball season throughout the summer that is going to get us back to our fantasy drafts for football, ladies and gentlemen. It is a beautiful bridge and a beautiful setup.
I can't wait.
It's beautiful, man. It's going to be a good time.
Where's the select the Sun STL?
Are you doing any futures bets over there?
No, I just did a bet for tomorrow. System.
What, a little parlay action?
Just $1. Little 3-leg parlay for $1 to win $22.
I got several dollar parlays already out there. Skeens.
I should have just done school on him.
Holiday. It feels like it.
I should have took the home run out.
It feels like it. And watch, the weather's going to be nice. You know, you're going to have that feeling where you're going to want to grill some burgers and hot dogs. You've got baseball on starting at 1:15, lasting through the entirety of the day. You know, you're going to be at work. If you work an early shift, you're going to be looking at the clock, just itching to be able to get out of there, so you'll be able to crack a cold one, kick back, and watch a little bit of baseball.
If you were to bet Aaron Judge right now to hit a home run today, it's plus 600 right now.
That's crazy because he struck out 3 times.
Ben Rice is plus 800.
Oof.
Just Elbows is plus 800. Cody Bellinger's plus 850.
I got Cody at plus 720, but I bet him for a home run a while ago. Jalen Johnson fell short on the rebounds.
I haven't bet nothing since the wild card round.
Well, I'll tell you right now, my favorite bets for tomorrow early, Michael Bush of the Cubs. I like Colson Montgomery of the Chicago White Sox.
Okay.
If you're waiting for some late action, I'm talking about a game that's not starting until 10:10, 10:15, you go with Jose Ramirez and the Guardians versus the Seattle Mariners. Supposed to be in the 70s tomorrow. Dust off the Blackstone. Oh, hell yeah. That's perfect, bro. That's perfect. That is absolutely perfect. Had I been off, probably go to ShopRite, grab a couple steaks, throw them bad boys on the grill with some ribs.
I had steak yesterday.
And, yeah, man, it's just, it should be a national holiday. It's a different feeling that day. It's a different feeling. It's a different vibe. Literally, the weather changes around that time. It's just a different energy. We're going to be on tomorrow. There's games all day long starting at 1:15. You've got the late slate of action on the West Coast side of things. You know, you're gonna have a full slate on Friday, early slate Saturday, Sunday. Like it's back, man. We're back, and it feels amazing.
I'm excited. It's going to be a good year. Let's hope the Phillies don't disappoint us.
We'll see, man. We'll see if they were able to answer the question of who is elite. Is Bryce Harper elite? You know, definitely going to be an interesting race because, like, remember the Atlanta Braves fell apart last year. Atlanta Braves had so much shit they had to deal with as far as injuries.
Right now they're hurt all over again.
Strider is hurt again. You know, ERA not looking great night one. It's okay. I'm guessing you started Logan Webb.
Profar is out for the year again because of suspension.
I'm guessing you started Logan Webb on opening night, and the Yankees. I mean, and the Giants did nothing to help him. Like they had nobody in the
anybody
bullpen.
know what the deal is with Netflix? How many games they're getting this year? Is this just a
know.
one-day thing?
I don't know. I didn't know that we were going to be on Netflix until last week. I didn't know that this.
I knew they've been advertising it for like a month, bro.
I know that Jey Uso was out there because WWE is trying to sell WrestleMania tickets because right now the MLB is going to the WWE and saying, "Look, this is how it's done." Like, you know, like when you want everybody to be watching your product on here, this is how you do it. So of course they had WWE stars out there. They had Liv Morgan at the Celtics game the other night,
so
shilling tickets.
They only got one more game. Field of Dreams.
Nobody
Twins versus Phillies on August 13th. But they also
Twins,
have the Home Run Derby. The Home Run Derby will be on Netflix.
Okay. So Yankees got a Netflix game and the Phillies got a Netflix game. Congrats. That's gonna be some weird shit. The Phillies and Twins. That's gonna be like a random ass, like, what is that, a Wednesday night? Some BS. Probably gonna be while we're live doing this podcast.
So it's just 3 things that are gonna be on Netflix. So I want to see because they're trying to get into everything, boy.
Yep. Yes, they are.
You name it, they want it.
Yes, they are. Well, I mean, they got into the NFL. So after they got the NFL games, they to be able to schedule a Christmas NFL game, in their minds, getting into the MLB couldn't be that hard. You know?
Speaking of which, anybody watch Daredevil?
I didn't.
I think I'm going to wait till next week when they got to release 2. They're going to release 2 episodes, so there'll be 3 episodes. It'll be like watching a movie.
I was watching the Spider-Man trailer. You know, the legit
Spider-Man trailer is hiding a lot of shit.
I think it's going to be. I can't wait.
I think you heard Keith Richards' voice in the background, right?
Yeah.
The voice of Goliath.
Yeah.
I think he's Tombstone, bro. He's a character. He's got to be. Why else would he be?
Oh,
who was that?
What was that? Foul ball? Oh, I thought that was close, buddy. That was Austin Wells, fresh off his tour with the Dominican team, out there ready to hit some dingers. It just went to the wrong side of the foul pole. Woo! But yeah, I like the trailer, and they're planting the seeds for something that I think
Daredevil's in the movie, bro. Why else would the Hand be in it? Those are Daredevil enemies.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing here?
He'll be there. You get the cameo because you know they got to throw the cameos.
I watched the
in there
interview
to buy
with
some
Vincent
time.
D'Onofrio the other day. You know, he's Kingpin. He goes, they're like, "Yo, are you going to be on the big screen?" He goes, "Sony and Marvel need to figure this shit out because I need to whoop Spider-Man's ass on a movie." I was like, I'm so down for that.
Yeah.
Just so I could hear him say, "Vanessa."
Dude, Kingpin was a big part of the Spider-Man series too. Like him and Spider-Man had beef. Like they had a problem. Like
remember the cartoon, bro?
Yeah, he was around, bro.
He was a major player for like the first 2 seasons.
Kingpin was around for a lot of shit when it came to Spider-Man. So if you want to stay true to the cartoon that the beloved cartoon on Fox that I woke up extra early just to be able to catch Spider-Man and X-Men before Livewire went on. Yeah.
I was reading X-Men 97 should come out this summer.
Oh, that's gonna be good. That is going to be good.
And I read that Batman Cape Crusader season 2 should be out at the end of the summer too.
I need to rewatch season 1.
He was all over that cartoon.
X-Men.
You're right, Terrell. That first 2 seasons, like he was almost on every single episode.
He was a big deal. Like besides Dr. Rock,
and you would just hear like Spider-Man's voice, Fisk. He's got to be behind this.
Besides Dr. Rock, like he was there. Like he was really a problem for.
Daredevil
Spider-Man.
season started yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. They dropped 1 episode. Next week they're dropping 2, and then after that it's 1 episode a week until the season finale. And then on May 10th, The Punisher: The Last Kill comes out. It's a 1-hour special on Disney Plus, and that's coming out.
I saw
the timing is perfect too, because that's coming out a month or 2 months prior to Spider-Man.
I did.
So it's probably setting up for his appearance in for Spider-Man.
I did see that. I am excited for the Spider-Man movie because
it's different.
Not just that, but
and it feels like it's a brand new.
I know
you're getting
that
a brand new trilogy.
I know that the Ned heel turn is gonna hit, bro. That's just gonna be heartbreaking.
Because I feel this is what I feel. I don't know any spoilers because they've been keeping shit to the close to the vest. I feel Ned's gonna be in love with Mary.
Well, they're together. They're together.
They are boyfriend and girlfriend?
Yeah. So Peter Parker's gonna, but the thing, she's wearing the necklace. She's wearing the necklace from the past. So there's still a part of her in the back of her mind where she's gonna remember, like,
hit, bro, so bad.
Yeah, his heel turn is going to hit because it's like, yo, you took
the Hobgoblin, dog.
You're
gonna get the Hobgoblin, dog.
It's going to be amazing, and I hope they do it the right way. I hope they build it up the right way. But this is, I saw it when I was watching Peter's watching him caress his girlfriend Mary Jane, right? But she's still wearing the necklace, and I'm saying to myself, like, yo, he has no idea who Spider-Man is. Like, he doesn't know. She knows. Ned doesn't. Like,
she has to know, bro.
So it's like you're like, you're
but
gonna
then
take
I was
my
reading
girl?
that this chick might be in it too. Felicity Hardy. Black
Cat.
Yeah. I mean, yo, the rumors are that Sadie Sink is Jean Grey. But I don't know how that coincides because you're getting an X-Men movie later this year that's going to have Famke Jensen being Jean Grey again, to my knowledge.
Well, we're good. This Spider-Man movie is going to be about our Tom Holland Spider-Man. We're not going to see the other Spider-Mans until Avengers.
You're going to find out why he's not a part of Doomsday in this movie.
Yeah, I got to celebrate something. Yeah, we could potentially see another.
You're going to find out why he's not going to be in the Avengers movie. What's taking place for him not to be in it. So again, I say, I don't think Sadie Sink's going to be Jean Grey. I think she's going to be Hope Summers. I think she's going to be Hope Summers, bro.
Interesting.
Because if they don't wipe out the original Marvel, everybody just assumes they're going to wipe out the original Fox X-Men cast. I have this strange feeling, bro, that James Marsters is going to stick around as Cyclops. I could be wrong.
I can see that.
But I could see them keeping Marsters along with Cyclops and going with that X-Men storyline in the comics where he's leading the X-Men and he's turning into the heel. Like, I could see that because we already know Yu's coming back, bro. Yu's coming back again.
Yeah.
Just like Deadpool's going to be back because we still got to find out what he told Thor.
Yeah, they're still Deadpool's going to be back. I don't know how long it's going to be, but he's definitely going to be back. So that's for sure.
There's a lot that's got to. So Spider-Man's going to release a lot.
And that's really the next big movie.
So next Wednesday is Mario.
That's right.
Super Mario Galaxy. Then you got the Star Wars movie coming, The Mandalorian, Grogu, whatever that Grogu. I don't know how to say it.
you
I'm
can
not
tell
good-
you're not a Star Wars guy.
I'm not a
You can
Star
tell.
Wars
Yeah,
guy.
you can tell it's not your forte.
So, and then you got He-Man,
Which I'm surprised because, like, as far as collectibles go and figures, there's so much shit that they have.
and you walk in here,
Where
you're
you could
like,
get lost in, like, you could get lost in the
you
sauce
come into
of
my
that shit,
collection,
dude.
you just see wrestlers, He-Man, and Transformers.
You might see a lot. Well, I mean, Hugh Jackman is definitely going to be in the Avengers. He's going to be there. Like, they're all going to be there. Tobey
I don't think they're going to
Maguire's
be. They're not going to be
there.
in Doomsday. They're going to be in Secret Wars, I think.
Doomsday is where he's just going to be killing a lot of these motherfuckers. Like, he's knocking them off.
So yeah, you got. So next Wednesday you got Super Mario. April 24th you got the Michael Jackson movie. May you got that Star Wars Mandalorian movie. June 5th you got He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. And July you got Spider-Man. I feel like, and then you got later on, and then December you got Avengers.
Yep.
This is and November you got Voltron.
Yeah.
Henry Cavill will be in it.
Yep. Got some good stuff.
The
coming
He-Man
out.
trailer was great. I just hope the movie turns out to be great as a huge. I'm 42 years old, and that was a big part of my childhood. A very big part.
He-Man.
I used to run around that house grabbing anything like a broom, screaming, "I have the power."
That's great.
So, to me, this is almost like the year of the 80s. Mario, Michael Jackson, He-Man, Voltron. Shit, you're just missing G.I. Joe and Transformers, and this would have been a complete
A lot of good stuff finally.
80s.
A lot of good stuff finally coming out, man.
Hell, I still would like them to
stuff.
make a really good Inspector Gadget movie, but I don't think it
They
should be
can't.
live
They
action.
can't make a good one. I don't know how to.
I feel like it should be like Mario.
Can't. It's one of those things where it's not going to be.
I mean, you got
Nothing they can make is going
They're
to be
making a
better than
Knight
the
Rider
cartoon.
movie, if I'm not mistaken, too. I don't know if it's a movie or a TV show, but they're making a new Knight Rider, and David Hasselhoff's attached to it.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and I was seeing that the guy who played Arrow is going to be David Hasselhoff's son in a new Baywatch TV show.
I saw the Baywatch is potentially making a comeback. I did see that. It's crazy. Like, a lot of this stuff is finally coming back now after all these years.
I mean, for you
But when
Brooklyn
you think
Nine-Nine
about
fans,
it,
there's
like-
rumors going around that Brooklyn Nine-Nine might be making a comeback.
Oof. Never watched the show.
Oh, that
Heard it was
show's
funny.
great.
Heard it was funny, but I never.
That's
actually
where we got
watched
the
it.
greatest meme in the world. May he rest, Andre Brower. May he rest in peace.
Yeah, never actually.
The
watched
greatest moment where he goes, one word, pain.
it. Yeah, I have that saved.
That is
I have that
one of the
shit
greatest
saved
memes
right now.
ever.
I have it saved,
Ever.
stashed. I use it all the time during the fantasy season.
There is a Harry Potter reboot. Ain't they like little kids?
There is a Harry Potter reboot. I'm interested to see how that goes. The casting and everything. I mean, bro, the Harry Potter movies are always on TV. Like, you look at the Entertainment Channel, Sci-Fi Network. Like, Harry Potter marathons used to be a weekend thing, and now some of these networks, they got nothing better to show, so they're just plugging in the Harry Potter movies throughout the entirety of the week, which I don't mind, because it's nice to just have playing in the background, no different than The Office and anything like that. Just be able to have as white noise while you're handling your business all day. So yes, there's a lot coming our way as far as the entertainment goes, and we are now approximately 3.5 weeks away from the NFL draft. Roughly 3.5.
Mandalorian
weeks,
and
4 weeks.
Grogu. There, I'm sorry, guys.
Oh
shit, Toy Story 5 is this year too.
So at some point in
This
next
is a good
month,
summer, bro.
It's gonna be a good summer. At some point in this next month, Money will be doing his yearly round 1 mock draft in a year where I feel like it might be one of the most challenging years to do a mock draft.
Mortal Kombat.
He's tackling the task. Mortal Kombat's coming out too. So we've got the mock draft. We're probably going to be getting together for the draft itself. So we should end up going live for draft night just to get some live reaction, especially since a lot of us are drafting at the top of the draft, just to be able to capture the moment, capture the essence of the moment. We were having way too much fun on Sunday to be able to go live during the baseball draft, but it was brought up to me. Serge suggested it, and he's right. He's absolutely right. Just for the sake of content, be able to go live, talk a little bit before the draft goes down when we're stationed up at B-Dubs chilling, and give the full breakdown of what's coming our way. Still waiting for an actual Thundercats movie. Voltron movie got pushed back.
You're
to
right, it did get pushed.
2027.
I didn't know that. Son of a biscuit.
Well, since this summer, there's so many big releases. We've got the first Avengers movie coming out at the end of the year. I feel like this summer is the perfect opportunity for us to, on the last 15 to 20 minutes of the podcast, use it for nostalgic purposes.
I agree.
Run down,
and we all know the rule on this
spoilers.
podcast. When a movie comes out, we give everybody a week.
You get a week, bro.
You get a week before.
You gotta go see it. You gotta go see it, bro. Because we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna break it down. No different than YouTube.
I'm looking forward to Mario.
I gotta watch the first one again.
The first one was awesome.
Maybe I'll
peaches,
do
that. Peaches.
Such a great song. Genius. Jack Black, absolute genius. I gotta watch the first one. I'm looking forward to the Mario Galaxy because they're eventually gonna give us a Smash Brothers. It's like 2 movies away, but we're
waiting for Little Mac, man. Let's get Little Mac and Glass Joe in there.
We're gonna get Smash Brothers, and it's going to be absolutely amazing.
Mega Man, dog,
bro, Kirby, Mega Man, like they're really gonna
Sonic is supposed to cross over.
Link's Sonic
is supposed to cross. Like that's been the big plan.
They're doing the whole MCU thing. They're basically building their entire MCU, and I think it's
because
gonna work.
The plans for Donkey Kong to get his own movie too. I think. So that'll be pretty cool too.
Yeah.
I just want to see Little Mac.
Oh, man, bro.
Have the whole cast there.
I cannot wait.
Piston Honda, Glass Joe.
So next week's podcast will be a week into the MLB season, breaking some of that good stuff down, the good, the bad, the ugly, what we've seen, any NFL news.
See how many of us lose a lot of categories this week.
We're still on the A.J. Brown watch when it comes to the trade.
The trade's been done. Apparently,
the deal is done.
It'll be announced.
Just waiting.
So April 1st is next week. So it'll be released. It'll probably be released 2 days prior.
So
and then it made official June 1st.
Yeah, ironically, the guy in A.J. Brown who was traded on draft night is potentially going to be part of another deal prior to the draft.
I heard of Zelda. We're just going to call it the Nintendo universe, Julio.
Yeah, Nintendo is making their own universe, and I think it is going to work, bro. I think it is going to work. Because they have enough pieces to be able to actually do it. And
bro, you got the stories of the games, and you got the characters that everybody knows and loves.
That's it. And they haven't even done most of the stories for those individual characters, which is why I feel like it's going to work.
Mm-hmm.
You still have time to build that up, and you can give us a Super Smash Brothers 1, a Super Smash Brothers 2, Super Smash Brothers 3. Just like the games, bro. They really could do some shit. Where they could do some damage with this. They could do some damage.
A live action Legend of
Zelda murdering, baby. Love to see it.
A live action Legend of Zelda is coming in 2027.
Yeah. So maybe he'll be featured in we'll make a cameo in one of these movies earlier.
Yep.
And you gotta tap into those end credits. There's going to be some good reasons to go to the movies, bro. I cannot wait. I'm getting my popcorn. I'm getting my Raisinets. I'm getting my large Sprite. I'm going to kick back, relax, and get ready for some good entertainment. Nintendo just stopped making Switch 2, so they're definitely focused on
they're slowing
something
down
else.
the process.
Yeah, they ended that today. I saw that. I definitely saw that. Yeah, man, that pretty much sums it up for tonight.
Dude, imagine they're talking about making a Luigi's Mansion movie.
There's so many things you could do. It's untapped, and the blueprint is there. MCU left you the blueprint as far as how to do it, what to do it. Let it build. The Nintendo fans
and
will
then
appreciate
to get you ready for the movie next week.
Nintendo fans will appreciate it.
Switch is re-releasing new versions of updated versions of Galaxy. Nintendo Wii's Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, I believe.
Which is the next movie's called Mario Galaxy.
Yep. So they're capitalizing.
So they're tying it all together for you. Tying it all together real pretty like.
Fireball Mario is the best of them all.
Yeah, Fireball Mario's a dog.
I don't care what anybody says. Y'all can have the leaf, the raccoon. What was the other one that turned into a statue? That was Mario 3.
Mario 3, yeah. The frog. Remember the frog? He could swim.
Yep.
He could swim and he could jump. I remember that one. Good stuff coming our way, man. I can't wait.
Super Mario is the only game where a human can just swim underwater, not have to come up for water or for air.
Doesn't matter.
Meanwhile, Sonic, you had to go look for the bubbles.
Yeah. It'd be cooked, bro. It'd be cooked.
Dun, 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 dun.
You'd be absolutely cooked.
You had to hurry up and find the bubbles so you could like.
This good guy, bro.
The bear outfit was the statue. Yup.
Mm-hmm. Good shit. Yeah, so we got some good stuff coming.
Mario 3 is considered the greatest Mario ever.
So when we're ready to take a break from NFL, when there's not much going on, we've got something good to be able to, cross over to and take a little break from and be able to break down and go for 30 to 40 minutes on. And I'm sure that people are going to react to it. Sonic couldn't swim at all.
No, he just ran. He had to hurry up and find those bubbles.
Oh, man. But yeah, man. We should be back here, same time, same place, for another edition of On the Money Podcast next week. We're still on the road to WrestleMania. We are on AJ Brown trade watch. So all that stuff is still going down. We still got time to give our Mania predictions. We gave you our World Series predictions tonight. Tomorrow, everybody in the Sandlot Baseball Association, full slate of games, full slate of action, 14 games.
Lineup.
Set your lineups for year 3. We are competing out here. It's going down.
Super Mario World may be one of the greatest video games ever made.
Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo, where Yoshi can eat the apples, was absolutely
phenomenal.
Elite. Like, better than Super Mario 1, better than Super Mario 2. 3, I don't know. Because Super Mario 3, that's a different
Mario
conversation.
3 and Super Mario World are the 2 greatest Mario games ever made.
Super Mario World was insane. Absolutely insane.
Listen, put the Super Nintendo on Super Mario World. I will beat that game. I could probably do it in 2 to 3 hours.
Dog. Great memories.
And not using Star World.
I
could go all the way around.
Me personally, I'm going to say Donkey Kong 1 over Super Mario World, but to each their own. I thought Donkey Kong was just absolutely legendary.
Set your lineup, Seth.
Set your lineups, dog. You can do it. I believe in you.
We'll just
add
him in the thing.
You got this, dog. Set your lineups and let's get ready.
He was picking his players.
He was drafted.
So it's not like auto draft was picking his guys.
He was drafted.
And his teams, this may be his best team yet.
His best team. He's got a lot of guys on IL and day-to-day, so he's going to have to work that out. But at the end of the day, his lineup is set. He's got Jazz Chisholm up tonight.
Just remember, guys, I was the worst team in the league for the first 2 to 3 months.
You were the shits.
And then I finished in the Final 4.
You were the shits. It's not how you start. It's how you finish.
It was different for me last year, where the first year I was the best team in the league for the first half of the season.
Mm-hmm.
And then I shitted the bed in the second half of the season.
Mm-hmm. That you did.
Now it's just about being consistent throughout the year. Excuse me.
Finding that consistency, riding with the ebbs and flows, like Oscar said. And by the time we're sitting here competing for the Sandlot Championship, football will be back. It is the perfect plan. It is the perfect plan, ladies and gentlemen. Any last words?
No, I'm good.
This has been another
Let's
episode
go
of On the Money
Phillies.
Podcast. Go Yanks. Go Bombers. You know.
And go smash them, Joe.
He was dog shit to start last year. He took the captain title from Vladder. Yeah, Define the Nimos. Define the Nimos. He made the turnaround, and he got to the Final Four, which is more than I can say for myself. I got bounced easily, so I'm hoping to make it. Go Yanks. That's right. Go Bombers in the building. Looking good so far tonight. Got another game tomorrow.
Listen,
Lock in. Set your lineups.
Once we rebranded, we were better.
Yeah. Sometimes you need that. We had 6 or 7 rebrands in Sandlot this year. Sometimes it needs to happen. You got Stotts Tots. You got all sorts of different teams coming out of the woodwork.
Somebody need to change his name from Stroud 9.
He will eventually.
In another league.
He will. Don't worry. He will. Mike, we love you.
Yeah, we do.
Shout out to the Kingpins Dynasty League. Shout out to the Sandlot Baseball Association. Shout out to the Dynasty of Arms. Hope most of you
Can we
guys
start
wake
getting
up.
active? I don't need to.
Let's wake up. Let's get active.
I don't
here,
need
bro.
to.
You know, because I'm ready to bust some moves and see what happens. Although I do love when you guys sleep because that's when I capitalize and make my moves and take advantage.
You have the first pick overall in that draft?
No, I have the 104 and the 105 back.
Who is 101?
A guy that is not active. He's got the 101 right now, and
it's Matt's boy.
I'm not sure whose boy he is. I don't know him personally. I just know that he's not active right now. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this has been another edition of On the Money Podcast from the Mega Powers of Podcasting. No Yankees tomorrow, back Friday afternoon. I love it. I don't go to work until 4, so I'll be able to catch the game.
It's Gabe.
Gabe has the 101. We'll see how that
He's
turns
taking
out.
Jeremiah Love.
We'll see how that turns out. And until then, ladies and gentlemen, this has been another edition of On the Money Podcast. From myself, from O Money. Stay safe out there. Get your lineups ready. And enjoy baseball season. Oh,
I got you.
Got it.
Until then, see you guys next week on
Peace.
April Fool's Day. There will be nothing foolish about us.